Hey guys, it's me, it's Kaye Allen, and this is part 2 of our grand Q&A for the 3rd anniversary of Exotic Army 127. I know it's been a few weeks. I promised I would continue it like a few days after I posted the first part, but I got really busy. Yeah, so I think I posted that first week of May. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was first week of May. Now it's the last week of May. So sorry to keep you guys waiting, but we only have a few questions left. I was actually looking through it. Yep. We only have like a couple of writing questions, and the rest are more personal questions. Ooh, personal. No, kidding. Um, okay, so why don't we just get on with this? All right. All right, so this is from, I'm not sure how to pronounce your username. I think it's Lycetia or Lycetia. She's from Wattpad or he, I don't know. I'm guessing she. I'm not sure. Are there fanboys who read fan fictions? So I'm not really sure if there are fanboys who read my fan fiction or read fan fiction in general. But if there are fanboys, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, so her question is, what do you like in writing? Which part do you prefer? How do you find inspiration? I believe I've answered the inspiration bit on the first part. So I'm just going to answer what do I like about writing. Um that's a pretty hard question. What do I like about writing? I guess I like having to create something out of nothing, like from your ideas, the ideas that pop into your head. I love having to create these worlds, these characters, having to execute whatever it is that I thought of and put it onto paper, put it onto words. There's a certain feeling of satisfaction whenever I finish a one shot or a story. So yeah, I think that's what I love about writing. I guess another thing I love about writing is that it makes a lot of people happy. Yeah, after you have written this story or fanfic, and then some readers would come up to you or comment how much they liked reading it, how much they enjoyed reading it. So I guess that's what I love about writing. Which part do you prefer? Um, I'm not sure what do you mean by which part. Which part of the process you mean? If it's part of the process, I would say I really like the the beginnings of the writing process. So basically, the brainstorming part. I really like brainstorming, even if it's the hardest part of the writing process. Um, uh, Back in college, I have my best friend. We would always throw ideas at each other, and we would record our brainstorming sessions on my phone, and I would listen back to it and then transcribe everything so that we wouldn't forget what we talked about and all that. So yeah, the brainstorming part, I really like the beginnings of of the writing process, because the middle part is the most frustrating, and the endings comes the ending comes pretty easily sometimes. Well, most of the time. But it actually depends, because if you don't follow your outline, when you end up changing a lot of things in the middle part of your story, then the ending does get difficult. But if you actually followed your timeline or your outline, then it will come pretty easily. It's the middle part that's tricky, because sometimes you get new ideas and you just want to add stuff. So yeah, I really prefer the first, the beginnings of the writing process. So yeah, what do you love doing in real life? Writing. Am I not doing writing in real life? Oh, if you mean other than writing, well, I some of you know that I post covers, so I really like singing. So I'm a big music geek as well, music fan, music lover. I love reading. I read a lot on my free time, though recently I haven't been reading a lot because I've been very busy writing. And it's just and it's not just writing stories, but I'm writing this article for a magazine. So yeah, I'm getting some sideline jobs, writing jobs as well. So yeah, and I've been watching a lot of series lately. Too bad it's not K drama though. I have so many K dramas to watch. I have some colleagues at my office. They're big K drama fans as well, and they were actually telling me to watch this already, but I've yet to find the time to do so. Um, Plus, there are also some Western series that I have to watch, like Riverdale or 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why I've read back in high school. So, but they said the book is very different from the series, so I really want to watch it as well since I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it. hmm So yeah, that's basically what I want to like to do in real life. In real life. Um, Oh, there's another question. Are you proud of your writing? Only recently I have been proud of what I've written. Um, I don't know, because I think all the writers or all the artists can relate with me that it's very hard to be proud of something you've done. Um, at the start, yeah, it's very hard to like praise yourself for something that you've created. But recently I've been patting myself on the back for finishing some really great stories. I've reread some of my books since I've been editing them, as you all know. Like I've reread Loss of Motion of an Attraction, I've reread Tease, I've reread Crave, I've even reread some of my short stories since I'm making this short story collection. And yeah, sometimes I get surprised that I've actually written that because I don't really remember everything that I've written. And then when I reread it, there's a quote that I would see, and I would wonder, wow, I wrote that. Yeah. So yeah, recently I have been proud of my writing. People say that I should be believing in myself more in what I can do, what I've written. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. Oops. Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. My dog, it wants to go out. All right, I'm back. That was my dog. He wanted to go out. I'm in the study hall, so study room, and he wants to go out with my kitty. Where's my cat? Oh, she's not. He's not here anymore. You all know Max, right? I sometimes post photos of him on Instagram, and then I hashtag Max Adventures. Yeah, he's here somewhere. Nope, he's not the cat in the back. It's not him. All right, so let's move on to to the next question. Which are your favorite books? This is like asking me who do I love more, my mom or my dad, because it changes. I have a lot of favorite books. Being a reader and all, I have a lot of favorite books, but there are books that have impacted me and which have inspired me to write, to be a writer. And basically these are the books that I read back in high school. So the writings of Rick Riordan, the Percy Jackson series, I really love that series. So yeah, I really like the Mortal Instruments series. um, I've still yet to finish. Oh wait, I finished the two series. There's the first three, and then there's another three. I finished all six, and there's a new series, right? The Dark Artifices. Yeah, the Dark Artifices series. I have the book, but I haven't read the first one yet. I've yet to find the time, like I said, because I've been busy writing. Um, Also, I really like the Fallen series, written by Lauren Kate, whom I actually met just a few months ago when the Fallen movie came out. They actually promoted here in the Philippines, and I got the chance to meet her as well as one of the actors in the film. Yeah, that was a good memory. Yeah, meeting one of your favorite authors, it's a big deal to readers. For me, especially for me. I've been such a big fan. So when I saw her, I had to had to hug her, like, and then say thank you for writing such a masterpiece, for writing a series that has impacted me so much that I wanted to become a writer myself. So yeah. Also, recently I've been really interested in reading fairy tale retellings. Yeah, recently I read a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I actually bought another book just last Saturday. I bought another book and it's another retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I will tell you more about it on the blog because I forgot who the author was, but it's under Disney. It's under Disney as well. So yeah, but I've read other retellings like from Alex Flynn and Rosamund Hodge. You guys should really check them out because their books are fantastic. Retellings are really good. For Alex Flynn, I know you're familiar with Beastly. There's a movie that came out with starring Vanessa Hudgens and Alex Pettyfer. Yeah, so she wrote that. Retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, there's a lot of Beauty and the Beast retellings, no? Yeah. Um, right now, I'm actually in the middle of reading another Rosamund Hodge book, which is actually a retelling of The Little Red Riding Hood. It's called Crimson Bound. So yeah, you guys can check that out. Um, so far, I'm really liking it. The way I liked the first book I read from her, which is Cruel Beauty. I have a review on my blog. You can just check it out on the book reviews tag. Yep. All right. So I think I covered all the writing questions, and the next few questions are actually BTS related. Yeah. Oh wait, there's another one. Okay, before we get into the BTS ones, because the BTS ones are really hard to answer. Okay, so here, what's your favorite movie? Like I said, uh, this is like asking me what's my favorite book, because I have a lot. But on the top of my head, I can say really like While You Were Sleeping. I love a lot of I like a lot of rom-com movies. Yeah. So While You Were Sleeping, which is starring Sandra Bullock. Um, I really like You've Got Mail. There's the Harry Potter films. I think everyone loves the Harry Potter films. Well, I love the Harry Potter films. Um, I also love the classic Disney films. But my favorite animated movie is Anastasia. So, to all those who don't know, Anastasia is not a Disney film. It Most people think it is, but she's not a Disney. It's not a Disney film, and she's not a Disney princess. But she's my favorite princess, and it's my favorite animated film. I could watch that over and over again. I still watch it actually. Still watch it when I feel like wanting to watch Anastasia. I would watch it and not get tired. I don't know. There's just some movies or some books that I would reread or rewatch and not get tired of it. I guess that shows just how much you love the story, love the movie or the book. Huh? Oh, here. What is your motto in life? Do your best, and God will do the rest. Uh huh. What is your favorite quote? Ooh, I have one. If you can dream it, you can do it. All your dreams would come true if we have the courage to pursue them. That was a quote by Walt Disney. Why do I have it memorized? Because it's my favorite quote. And I actually used that quote for my yearbook, my grade school yearbook. I'm not sure if I actually used that for my. I think I also used that for my high school graduation yearbook. Yeah, yeah, I did. I think I did. Yeah, so that's my favorite quote because I'm a dreamer and I'm a certified Disney girl. So yeah. All right. Okay. We are going to move on to the BTS question, and the first one is actually the hardest one. Can you guys guess what question this is? It's actually who is your bias in BTS? Who is my bias? Okay, long story. Okay, it's story time. When I first got into BTS, it was in 2014. It was around Boy in Love era. They just released it. And the first video that I watched of them was actually the dance practice for Boy in Love, and I was so impressed by their dancing. Yeah. And then after that, I came across the Bombs. Oh yeah, before that, I already knew of BTS since their not since their debut, but I think it was around No era. I've known of them because I was an XOL. I am an XOL still, um, and people were saying how much this guy looked like Baekhyun, and that was Taehyung, and so yeah, so I knew of BTS before I got into them. So that was around Boy in Love era, and then I came across the Bombs. So if you don't want to get in too deep, do not watch the Bangtan Bombs because you will get deep into the fandom, and there is just no getting out of it. See, like 2 years, well, 15, 16, oh, there's 3 years. 3 years from now, I'm still here, waist deep, um, in Bangtan stuff. So yeah. Who is your bias? Okay, dodging the question. um, at first, I couldn't. Um, I thought Jin and Jungkook looked alike, so I keep on mismatching their faces at first. But I decided that I really like Jin. So Jin was the ultimate bias. My ultimate BTS bias is Jin. So yeah, but the more I got into BTS, the more I started liking each of the members because they all have their different charms. You know, they're very charming, very likable. Um, yeah, like my bias is Jin, but I have more photos of of Taeyoung on my laptop. He was the first one to ever have like his own folder on my laptop and just photos of him. So yeah. And then when I started the blog, when I started writing fanfics, I wrote a lot of for Jungkook because he was the most requested one. I think it's because he's the youngest one. I don't know, with boy bands, it's always the youngest one who gets a lot of attention. Not saying that the members are not getting equal attention and equal love, because I love them all equally, but there's just something about the youngest member that always gets just a bit more attention from the fans, or there's like a lot there's like more fans for the youngest or the youngest members. um, so yeah, so I was writing a lot of Jungkook, and so I guess I started liking him then as well. But I really saw Cookie as like a little brother because he's 3 years younger than me, so I saw him as this little brother and all. And then Danger came up, and then the concept photos appeared, and Jungkook looked different. I was so confused after Danger era. But then, okay, so I didn't mind it at first, but as time passed by, Jungkook grew up, became taller and his features sharpened and all that. Oh my gosh, this video is turning into a Jungkook trash video. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it by the end of this video. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, so Jin is the bias, but yeah, but Jungkook is the bias wrecker. Well, it's V. Actually, it's all of them, cause all of them are the bias wreckers. Cause a few months ago, I started liking Hosok as well. But I think it started when I watched them live. In December 2014, I attended the Red Bullet concert. Um, uh, J Hope looked so different in person. He was, if you think he looks good on screen, on television, or what on videos, he looks a hella good in person, like in the flesh. He looks so manly and so cute and so wow. So wow, yeah, I think that's the proper description for it. So yeah, I started liking J-Hope, and then people started shipping us on the blog, and then I ended up getting married to J-Hope. So yeah, hypothetically married to J-Hope. I wish it was real. But yeah, so Jin is the bias, like Hosok is the husband, and Jungkook is the current bias wrecker. V is another bias wrecker, because you know Vladlin. Um, I really like Suga. Suga is my favorite rapper. I hate picking favorites, but okay, let's just put a label on them. And then Namjoon is so wow, he's so intelligent and he's so smart and I really like smart guys. Yeah, I feel like if we became friends, we can have like deep conversations, and you know he can really understand this complicated mind of mine. So yeah, I really like all of them. Yeah, and recently Jimin as well has been wrecking my bias list because you know Jimin is this cute little guy, and then he turns into this sexy beast. He turns into this guy from Tease. Yeah, if you guys read my book Tease, yeah, Jimin there. So yeah, there is no such thing as bias in BTS. So yeah, because you once you get into them, like their group more and more, you just have to like all of them. You're just going to like all of them. Yeah, it's mandatory. You're going to like every member of BTS. So yeah. Oh, there's a question. Okay, next question. What would be your ideal day? A date with BTS. Kidding. No, I'm not kidding. That's actually an ideal day to have a date with BTS. Since we're in the subject. But yeah, but to answer that seriously, an ideal day would be, you know, waking up before the sun actually rises and going out for a jog. Because I used to do that, but recently I haven't been working out. Regularly. I used to jog almost every day, but my schedule doesn't permit me to jog in the morning since I have to wake very, very early for my job. So yeah, I don't get to, I don't get to jog anymore in the morning, and then it's hard having to jog after work or at night in the afternoon because I'm already tired and I just want to sleep, and then I have to write at night. So yeah, I wish I could jog more in the morning, and then yeah, okay, back to the ideal day. After that, I would like have a good breakfast. I would watch TV because I like during Saturdays I would sit down in the living room and watch shows from Food Network. I love watching cooking shows. I don't know, it's relaxing. Um, and then if I get tired of watching TV, or if there's nothing good on, I would probably just get a book and read all afternoon. Yeah, that's probably a good day for me. Just a book and tea. And hopefully it rains really hard. I love the rain. I get so inspired whenever it rains. That's probably why, when I'm looking at my timeline on my blog, I've written most of my popular works, my good books, during July to October, which are actually the rainy seasons in the Philippines. So during that time, it rains a lot here. Um, so I guess rain really does inspire me because during that time, July to October, I've written After All, I've written Crave, Vengeance, I've written Kiss or Kill. I've written really good ones, really good one shots as well. So yeah, I've written Loss of Motion and Attraction around July. So yeah, so I really get inspired when it rains. So maybe a few years from now, if I'm going to pick a place or country to live in, I would pick some place that rains a lot because I get really inspired with the rain. I'm not sure why. I just do. I get inspired when it rains. Okay, let's move on to the next question. If you knew BTS, who would you date and who would be your best friend? I think my best friend would be Namjoon. I don't know, we're the same age, and I think we think alike. Yeah, I think my best friend would be Namjoon. Namjoon, or I think Jin. Yeah, Namjoon or Jin. I really think we would get along. I think we have a lot of similar traits. So I think they would be my best friend. But to be honest, I think everyone in BTS can be anyone's best friend because, like I said, they're very likable. Like V, I think he can make friends very easily. So yeah, I think. But yeah, for personally, I think it would be Namjoon or Jin who would be my best friend. If I knew them, who would I date? Well, I don't really know them right now. So, in order to date someone, you have to really know them personally. So, I'm not sure who would I date. But right now, who do I want to date? I would want to, I would want to date all of them. Well, not at the same time, but I what I meant was I wouldn't mind dating any of them. Like, I wouldn't be choosy, you to date a BTS member would be like a dream come true for anyone. But well, you never know. You have to get to know a person first because we don't know if that's really how they act in real life. If, though I do have a hunch that they really are like that since they post a lot of real life content on social media. So I think they are these guys that we really like and adore. So yeah, I can't choose who do I want to date because I would want to date them all. I'm sure every one of you relates. Yeah. Okay, here. Next question. Do you like V? I think the real question is who doesn't like V? I mean, he's such a sweetheart. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, I'm an army, but while I was getting to know BTS, V was one of those people who you just look at and say, "Oh, he's so cute." Yeah, he's really precious, and I think he's really well, I think he is really innocent and cute. I also admire how close he is with his family because whenever he gets the chance, he would talk about his dad or his mom or his dog. Um, so yeah, I really admire that, and I really like when he said that he wanted to be like his dad. You don't get, you don't meet a lot of guys who say that. But yeah, I'm sure everyone agree um, how sweet that is to want to be like his dad because he admires his dad so much that he would want to be just like him. So yeah, I really admire that about him, his love for his family, on top of being so nice to everyone because I've been reading articles from people who work like within the industry and say that V is really a nice guy. He's very thoughtful. Um, so yeah, and on top of that, he's very good looking. I think he's one of the people that I've come across with that is very good looking, like very very good looking. He looks like an anime character, straight out from a manga. Yeah, I'm sure everyone agrees how surreal he looks. That's some good genes right there. Yeah. Which personality of BTS do you like more? So I'm guessing you meant what I really like about BTS. Um, what I like how humble they are. They remain very down to earth despite how popular they've become. So that's very important. I'm not hearing stories that they've become um, divas. So it's always BTS being humble, being down to earth, being not divas. So yeah, that's what I really like about BTS, and I also like how they create music that inspires people. They don't just write love songs, which is well, because love songs are the music that sells. Love songs are the ones that sell. But BTS, they don't just write love songs. They write about social issues. Um, they write about being underdogs or reaching for your dreams. So I think that's really admirable, and I think that's why created they've created this really this massive fan base, which we recently proved when they won the billboards just yesterday. So yeah, congrats BTS. Congrats to the boys. It's a well-deserved award, and also congratulations to every army who voted for them. It was really it was teamwork. Yeah, like what Namjoon said. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, let's move on to the next question. If you could be born again, what would you do? Do you mean if I want to be reborn as something else? Well, if I would be reborn as myself again, I don't know what to change. Maybe just tweaking some decisions, changing up some decisions that I've made. Well, there isn't anything that I regret because I always believe that things happen for a reason. So you just have to do your best, believe in yourself, and just see where life goes. So, yeah. But if I could be born again as somebody else, I would want to be born as someone who can make an impact in the world because I've always been an aspiring world changer. Maybe to be born as an ambassador or maybe someone who would end up working for the UN. I think that would be really cool, really, really nice. I actually want to work I would want to volunteer because, yeah, that's on my list of things to do a few years from now once I get everything settled. Because I'm in that phase when you're just trying out the waters, when you're still trying to figure out what you want to do in life. So I know I want to be a writer, but um, everyone can't be J.K. Rowling, who publishes this book and just bam, it's a phenomenon. So yeah, I gotta have a plan B. Like, but I will get my book published. I believe that I will get my book published. So, fingers crossed that we will soon. Uh-huh. What are your criteria to liking a book or a writing? Ah, what are my criteria? Well, first, it has to have a gripping plot. Because if the story is not gripping, I would let it go from the very first page. So you have to grip me from the very first page. You have to have a good hook. That's very important. Next is well-developed characters. I like characters that have history, that they make me. I want the author to make me believe that these are real people. These are real characters. They are not just. Well, they are made, but you have to make me believe that these characters have feelings, they have history, they have backgrounds. So that's what I really like. What I meant by well-developed characters. Also, what else? Good grammar. Yeah, with fanfics. When I go through Tumblr or AFF or AO3, whenever I start reading, I would really be turned off if there are a lot of grammar errors or there are a lot of punctuation errors. So the technical aspect has to be good. Has to be, if not flawless, at least good. Like I'm not seeing um, wrong subject verb agreements and all that. So because I really get turned off because it's really hard to read. If it's in a wrong grammar form. So it has to be well written. Yeah, it has to be well written. That's basically what I look for in a good writing. Next, what do you believe in? This is a general question. What do I believe in? I believe there is goodness in everyone. Sounds cheesy, but yeah, I really do believe there is goodness in everyone. I also believe that nothing is permanent, or like if you're going through something hard, um, you will get through it. Yeah, you're not going to stay there. Something good will happen. There's always a rainbow after the rain. So yeah, that's where the expression came from. So yeah. Next, who would you choose between Rapmon and Jin, Suga and J-Hope, V and Jimin and Jungkook? Oh, so I'm supposed to pick between the pairs you made. Is that right? Because if you're going to make me choose between all seven of them, I'm not doing it. Because I can't choose between all seven. So, okay. Rapman and Jin. I would just say Jin since he was my first bias. Suga and J-Hope. I would say J-Hope because I was married to him, even if Suga is my favorite rapper. V and Jimin. Oh, this is like tease. Who do you choose, Charity? Charity was so lucky though. Anyway, V or Jimin? It's a very hard question. I would say V for now, since he took up most of the scenes for Craven Tees. But I love Jimin. I love you, Jimin. And lastly, it's Jimin or Jungkook. Well, since Jungkook is, I'm such trash for that kid. That kid went from cookie to a full course meal so fast. Like, wow. Did you see him at the billboards yesterday? The stylist Nunas heard our prayers. They were showing forehead. So yeah, I was actually part of the petition for that. Jimin or Jungkook? Okay, I would say Jungkook for now. Ugh. Too late to take it back. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's go with Jungkook. Okay. Next. What is your motto in life? Oh wait, I already answered this one. Yeah, I already answered. Okay. Oh, we're on to our last question. So, the last question is, what is your favorite text of the Spring Day series? Yeah, the Spring Day series is one of my recent ongoing stories. I only have 2 left. I'm actually in the middle of writing the second to the last one. So there's J-Hope and Rap Monster who's left, right? Yeah, and then the Jungkook story was unpublished. Only temporarily. I might put it back up again soon. I'm just having it edited. So yeah. My favorite story in the Spring Day series is Paralian, which is the Jimin story. Because I wrote that in a day, and it was an emotional ride for me. It was an emotional ride for me. I actually cried a bit while writing one of the scenes. So I like that part when they were talking. Oh, this spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you haven't read this story, I want you to mute this right now. And I would do a thumbs up if it's done, okay? But I have to say this. So, what I really like about the scene that I like in Paralian is when they were talking in the beach, and then Perry, I recently called her Perry, the OC, asked if he hated being sick. And Jimin said that no, he didn't hate being sick. He hated that he had to leave her. And that was just so sad, Like, I wrote that on a whim, and I had to stop because my chest was feeling really heavy. I was really connected to the characters, so I had to stop writing for a bit just to let that sink in, to let that sadness sink in. Yeah, that was my favorite part. Also, I really like that text from Razbliuto, which is the Yoongi story. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm not gonna say any more spoilers. I really like the text from Yoongi's story that said that happy endings don't always end up in wedding bells or passionate kisses. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's getting a smile from someone you've missed for so long. You didn't even know you were missing them, but when you saw them and then they smiled at you, that's how Yoongi felt in the story, that was his happy ending, to know that the girl he once loved is doing well, he is happily married and has a daughter and all that. So that's his happy ending. So yeah, that's basically my favorite text from Spring Day series. All right, so I actually went through all the questions. If you've sent the question and I didn't answer it, either here or on the first part, then Tumblr ate it. Yeah. Sometimes the Tumblr eats messages. I'm not sure why, but yeah. So, final notes, I just want to thank everyone for the greetings for the 3rd year anniversary, for keeping on supporting the blog, my writing in general. I know that a lot of you guys actually went to Swoon Reads and read and voted for my book. There are no words to describe how thankful I am, how grateful I am to my readers who always never forget to remind me remind me to continue on writing, and how I should always believe in my writing. So you guys are the reason why I continue on being passionate about writing, and why I want to pursue this dream of becoming a published author. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, I want to thank those who come by my messages or my inbox just to say hello or to chat up with me. There are some who are my contacts online. I mean, Line, the app, on Katok as well, or Facebook. On Facebook, yeah. Recently, there are a lot of readers from Facebook who have added me, and sometimes I would talk to them, and I would be surprised that I actually live within the country. So sometimes they would ask if they could meet me and all that. And I'm willing to meet you guys. Just tell me where and when. Hopefully, we can um, schedule a meetup of some sort, and talk about the books or talk about BTS or EXO. Also, um, yeah, it's been 3 years. And surprisingly, I'm not tired of writing fan fictions. I know I don't post regularly, unlike the first few years. I think I wrote and posted about how many, 2 or 3 stories a week. But now, because I'm working and then I also have other responsibilities to do, I don't get to post that much. But I try my best to answer your scenarios, your reactions, and to continue all the pending stories. So we have Made in the AM, we have Ice Dancing, the Spring Day series, and there's one more, the Heartbreak Synthesis. Yeah, that one. And also, there's recently someone's been asking about clouds again. So this is the Luhan fic, which was posted, I think, on the second year of my blog. I actually went back to it the other day, and I was writing it. I have more than half of it finished. So hopefully I do get to finish it. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the inspiration will stay. Because I don't know, there's just a story that I just lose inspiration. I don't know how to continue it. And Clouds is one of those stories. So yeah. Yeah, let's hope that the inspiration stays and that I would be able to post it and that you will be able to read it. Alright, so oh, what is that? Is it 40 minutes? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this very long video. If you watched through the whole thing, thank you so much. If you have other questions, I will be on my blog. You can just message me. And also, a heads up, I'm no longer at exoticarmy127 on Twitter. I'm actually moving to It's Kaye Allen. So it's ITSKAYEALLEN. It's Kaye Allen on Twitter now. So if you come looking for me on Twitter, I'm there. I actually encountered a problem with my previous account, the Exotic Army 127 account. I've been receiving spam messages, so I had to create another account. So right now I'm in the midst of following those whom I follow back in my other account. So yeah. So if you come looking for me on Twitter, I'm no longer Exotic Army 127. I'm at It's Kaye Allen. So yeah. See you guys on Twitter. If you have, yeah, like I said, if you have questions, just hit me up on Tumblr. You can message me on Facebook, email me if it's your thing to email still. So yeah. I don't know if I will be posting stories this weekend, but I will be answering reactions this week again. The ask box is still open for reactions. I haven't closed it. So yep. So this has been Kaye Allen, and thank you so much for 3 wonderful years of being on the blog, reading my stories. Very, very thankful. So yeah, thank you guys, and see you again soon. Bye.